We are live. What's up? What's up, Shake Queen? It is Sunday. I guess we're just waiting for a couple of more people to get on. How are you today? I think your internet going in and out. We live, we live. It's 8 o'clock. We're waiting on everybody. All right, here come Matt. Hey Matt, how are you?
I'm cool, man. Had uh
Great.
had to figure a couple things out right quick, but the small things to a giant.
I think we waiting on a couple of more people, but we are live. So
Okay.
happy Sunday.
Oh, you too? You too as well. How's it been going so far?
So far, so good. I can't complain. I think Shay Queen having some difficulties. She keep
Yeah.
freezing up on us.
Okay.
All right, here she comes. She coming back again. Um, Shay Queen, you on here twice.
I apologize. It's been
Oh, there
weird
you
today.
go.
How? Oh,
Hey, hey.
Take
Let's
that
look,
look.
point off
look.
your computer. You won't have that problem.
I guess we'll give a couple of more minutes
No.
for the other two to get on.
Why on your computer when you can do it on your phone? Duh.
Hey, hey, man. You know, each their
I'm just
own, man.
saying.
No, no.
I'm just saying.
Ooh.
I don't know. Y'all check out the new teas I'm putting out there. Can you see them?
Oh
Uh-oh.
yeah, look at that.
Where y'all get those?
I
Huh?
know.
It froze.
It froze?
It's dope. It's dope.
Oh, yeah.
When you get those?
Well, come on, man. I put things together, man. I pick them up and put them down. That's what I do around here.
I guess we'll give them a
This
couple of more
internet is,
minutes, right? To
I don't
eight
know
oh
what's going
five.
on. What is going on?
I don't know what's going
I got
on.
I can't.
I might have to do it from my phone.
Let's see. I think they're getting on now.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it.
Hmm. Say won't let them get on. I'm not sure why.
Oh, man.
Well, let's I'll click the link and get straight on. So, but I guess we start about 8:05. Give them a couple of more minutes. I know I'll be having a
Yeah,
delay in my computer.
yeah, I ain't in a rush.
Shade Queen, that guy. About Shade Queen again.
Yep, yep.
I can't wait to hear what you got to say about this one.
Right. This right down my alley right here, man. Yep,
Oh,
yep. And seen it, lived it. Yeah, I'm with
okay.
it.
All right. Now another person trying to get on. Shade Queen coming back again.
I'm just gonna have to be on my phone, guys. I don't know what's going on. My my computer doesn't want to act right. So sorry.
They don't want you to be great today.
Nope, it ain't nothing but the devil. He been on me all day. It's all good.
Well, we're
It's
gonna
all
pray over
good.
that. We're gonna tell
Yeah,
him he got to go. He got to go.
he got to go. What's going on?
Man, you already
Nothing.
know, man. We picking it up, putting it down, man. Like I said, man. That's what we do around here.
All right, I need my shirt.
Okay,
I know,
I
right?
got them on deck, man. I printed up like 20 of them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna send you my shirt because I need the V-neck. You know, because my pearls won't show so good in the regular one. So I'm gonna need.
I get it. I get it.
I'm gonna need my V-neck. Yes.
Hmm. They saying it's not working for them. I'm not sure why. It worked
was
for us to get on.
Yeah, when I was on, it would it was like in and out, and you guys were kind of like spotty. Then it would kick me off and say they couldn't do it. So I thought maybe it was my computer. So I don't know if it's the link or what.
It took me a while to get on, man.
Really?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
was it saying?
Huh?
What was it saying though?
It was an error. It said we're having an error. It's not your fault. That's all I kept saying. I was like, okay. So I don't know what's going on. So I just got on my phone and copied the link, and it popped me right in. So maybe it's just not liking computers today.
And that's one of the first times, man, where I seen where you can copy the link and go to it.
Yeah. So it might just
I ain't
be
never seen that before. Yeah.
a technical issue that's just kind of for everybody. I don't know.
I hope it don't do that for the other two. I don't know. They saying they trying to get on, but
Okay.
I don't know. They said they tried from their computer and their phone, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Did you listen to that drop that I did, April?
Yes, I did, and I will be working on my own.
Okay.
Yes, that was
that was probably like 3:34 in the morning. On some real shit.
Well, you know what? You're in the wrong field. I think that you would be very good doing that for a living because it sounded very professional.
No, I'm in the right field. I make moves when I feel like making moves.
Yeah, I'm just saying I want to see that all the time. That was very good. I was like, okay, let me try and copy that. So I'm
right. You see, and that's the reason. That's the reason I don't be wanting to do stuff like that first.
Why?
Because now you're gonna take my recipe and try to put an extra little seasoning.
No. I mean, it had everything in there. It was worded wonderfully. It was executed, and I mean that was a good model for me. So I'm not gonna take from it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take from it. I'm just gonna.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say my name. That's it.
No, yeah. That's what's happening, man. That's what's good.
It was perfect. I was like, that's what I want. That's what I needed. I know what to do now. Okay, technical difficulties. Let's get it together.
Yeah, let's get it. I see Theo on here. He commented.
That's it. Yeah, I just got on the phone with him. Yeah, but
hey Theo.
That's the combination spoof right there, April.
What?
The CC with the technical difficulties.
No, I will not. I'm not spoofing no more because I feel like the more I spoof, the more I add fuel to the fire.
You want to do this? Hold on, let me see what's happening. Right? Check it. You don't want to do that?
That's on here. Y'all say we gonna keep doing this show. And
I ain't gonna do my girl like that. No, I ain't gonna do it like that.
Y'all crazy, man.
Nah, my friend gonna come back and be like, y'all are killing my production.
Yeah,
This
you
is
right.
not the way it's supposed to be run. He's gonna get
Yeah,
us.
you know how he do.
He gonna get us real good.
Yo, butchering my baby.
Yes,
Was
that's
just
it.
doing the exact word.
That's it.
Don't do the king like
Yeah,
that. Don't do the king like that.
yeah.
But hey, I mean, I guess we can talk about it and let everybody else get on, I guess.
Okay.
So, introduce yourself. Hey, let's go on and start this Sunday.
Okay. I'm your girl Shay Queen here in the heart of Georgia. Currently reside in Warner Robins. I am a singer songwriter, vocal coach. I do all kind of stuff right in the industry, and I'm excited to be here and discuss this artist because I really like this body of work, and I'm hoping that we'll hear from them personally tonight.
Okay, all right, all right. I'm gonna learn this thing here today. I'm gonna play around with it, so y'all know. All right, Matt. Let me see if I can put you on the big screen. Uh-oh, look,
Hmm.
I got it now.
Oh man, you know I deserve to be on the big screen, but they know it's your boy MAC, co-founder of Brainstorm Productions and DUG Entertainment. And this project here, it kind of hit home a little bit. It was a little bit more personal, so I'm ready to dive into it. Let's get it.
All right. Let me see if I can get myself up here. So, what's up, everybody? As y'all know, I'm CC, Where It Begins Magazine, podcast, media. The King Theo is out. He should be in a little later, about 8:30, 8:40, but we're going to go ahead and start this and wait for the others to get out. I think a lot of people are having difficulty, so hopefully we can get this started. But I'm ready to see what it's going to be like, what y'all got to say about this album we doing with Ghetto Ghost. So let's get us back on the screen. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, so we're gonna start with what it was. The artwork. I don't see the background part of this thing. But what did y'all think about the artwork of it?
The artwork was definitely it's a surreal photo, right? Because this is actual photo of a traumatic experience that this brother went through. Um, and so a lot of people like the glitz and glamour and trying to, Photoshop stuff. I love a real photo, and that artwork right there took me right to the point of this project.
Okay, all right. What about you, Shake Ring?
Okay, I want to make sure that I'm looking at the right thing because perhaps I think I looked at the wrong thing. So circle back to me for a second. I want to make sure that I got the right artwork.
What do you think about it, CC?
I'm about like you. I thought it was all right. I was just interested to see if it was gonna fit the songs was gonna fit the face of it. But I agree with you on the artwork part of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're talking about. Okay, yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's disturbing, but isn't that what art's supposed to do though? You know what I
Art,
mean?
art's supposed to move you. Yeah.
Invoke a reaction. So
Hmm.
that's why I said I really want to talk to him because the whole thing, I was just like, dang, this is serious. You know what I mean? So it certainly invoked in me the emotion of this was bad, but I don't know. I don't know if it would have been my choice, but it ain't about me. But it certainly stirred an emotion of uneasiness for me.
You got to be really comfortable with yourself to put that real vulnerability on the table, and that's what that brother did.
And
So
absolutely, and like I said, I guess when you think about art, that's really what it is. I mean, even
right,
some of the lyrics and the whole body of work,
right,
it's part and parcel of it. So he already let us know what he was coming with. So
right.
yeah, very artistically done.
Hmm.
Let's go on to the next one that says, let's talk about the vibe y'all got. What vibe did y'all get from this? Is it YOT7? What vibe did y'all get off of this?
You go ahead.
I felt, like I said, I felt the angst of it, and each song gave me a different emotion. Though the first song I felt was kind of like something that I would have listened to if I did sports, like, or I was going into a competition, like I was getting ready for something. I don't want to use the word crunk because you know that's overly used, but it most certainly was like in your face, hype. Um, some of the other ones weren't as strong. I think that was my favorite track actually, but we'll get to that later. But that's what I thought about the whole thing. It just I felt on edge. If that makes
Okay.
any sense.
That makes any sense. Yeah. What about you, Matt?
Well, I mean, I got the feel of the street element, right? The dirty, the grindness that a lot of people don't see unless you in the streets. Uh I'm hearing a lot of talk about like when you try to fit squares into your circle, it doesn't work out. And somebody tends to do something crazy to you sometimes, man. So it's snakes in the grass everywhere. And he's saying, look out. And he's speaking on that, and I feel that pain.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I guess that's kind of what I was saying. It just that's why I really want to talk to him about maybe that's not what the show is about, but was this therapeutic, or what was this like going through reliving this and talking about those things like you just said, which
Mm-hmm.
is, the snakes in the grass, like, because we don't know the full situation. And what I wanted to know, what it left me wanting to know is, so how do you move forward from that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
feel like there was a resolution, and maybe that he doesn't have to do that, right? But it just made me interested in that point.
Okay.
Gotcha. The vibe I got from it is, I don't know, I gotta like just listening to it, I guess because he made this song after he got shot. I'm thinking that 7 times, and just listening to it, it's like, hey, he's telling his story. He's learning how to redo things over in the songs, and just like you said, agreeing with you, reliving his life to think about the situation that happened. Talking to his enemies, talking to everything that's going on, and how he got to where that point to now is the vibe you get. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
you get what
So you think he learned something from that experience?
definitely. I think he did.
Okay.
I
And what's
definitely know
that?
I would have learned something if I figure I would have learned something, especially if you have to recover a lot of things for getting shot for 7 times. So
It's funny you say that though, CC, because in some of the lyrics, like I said, when I said unresolved, I guess I kind of was wondering, like, is the beef still there? You know, is there a thought of um this is what happened as a result of a life, and now I'm moving on, and I've learned from the lesson. I don't know. I that's kind of what I'm wondering, because some of the lyrics sound like he's still, you know what I mean? Like it's still there. I don't know.
right, and it
But
seemed
I'm
like
not in
it.
the life, you know what I'm saying? So that might just be a part of, like, you don't ever get that out of you though. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I would just be interested to hear that.
Hopefully,
Okay.
we'll be able to have him on to ask him those questions, because it seemed like it
Yeah.
might have been people that he knew, not just his enemies, but people that he knew that turned into enemies too.
And that's most of us, right?
Yep,
The closest ones to you, man.
facts on,
Yes.
on
That's
facts.
real life. Yes.
Yep, yep, yep. So let's go into the next one, which is the best song. What was the best song to y'all?
I told you I like Dead Silence. I like
Oh,
that one.
that was number two.
Yes, after the intro. Yeah, I like that one. I think he strategically placed that one as the first one because I really think it encompassed who he was as an artist. That, like, if you put it all in, that kind of brought the whole project together for me. I like that song a lot.
Okay, okay. Matt, what you got?
For me, it's gonna be Champion. I think he had a real element to that track. Uh, and he had bars. And you know I love me some bars, man. And he broke down everything uh, that's actually people are doing in these streets and talking about how I want to see my kids grow. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I was just having a conversation with my mother yesterday, and I told her, listen, I'm going home every single night, no matter what that take. So I appreciate that brother on that track, man.
Facts.
What about
Comment
you? What you thought?
Theo said this is what the show is about. um, for me, I said champion too because it was like he wanted to see his kids grow. He's staying how he want to live. You know, and just like you said, it's like he learned the lesson and he's like, hey, I still want to see my kids grow. I still want to see what life is about. I'm not giving up. I'm moving forward. You know, things happen, and I went with that. Champion was my best song on there too.
I
Mm-hmm.
I okay. So, in all fairness, I did like Champion. However, and I guess we'll get into the what I didn't like. This was actually the one that I didn't like the most because I like the words, I like what it stood for, but I wanted that hook to be stronger. If that makes
But
any sense. I
let's
felt
go
like
to
this
it.
is your
First song.
last track and this is supposed to, really pack your message, right? I felt like that hook should have been done maybe by a vocalist or something. I mean, I wanted the hook to be stronger. And I know that
Mm,
the song is more than just the hook, but that's how I felt for myself.
okay. So was that your worst song?
Yeah, it was. I mean, well, it was. I don't think it was the worst. Okay. I don't think it was the worst. Because I liked it, right? I just didn't. For that, I just did not want that hook. I would have taken like some of the some of the other hooks for some of the other songs and put it on that one. I don't, maybe not the words, but it's just the I wish we could play it, but we can't.
Right.
Um, so I could tell you what I was talking about. But anyway, that was just my opinion.
You gotta choose. You gotta choose one. So that was it,
So
though,
that
right?
was it. That
Okay.
if I had to choose one, that was mine.
Okay.
What was your worst song, Matt?
So I'm gonna choose her best song, "Dead Silence," and since she wanted to go with there,
So
but
we are polar opposites on this one. Like
right,
we are polar opposites.
I know, I see.
but the reason I'm choosing it is when something traumatic happened in your life like that by him getting shot, right? Um, and in the song he's talking about getting revenge, and that's gonna be the first thing they play at your trial if you do go
Ah,
and take care of it.
yeah. Well,
So you don't want to put that on wax like that, man. You know what I'm saying? The
yeah.
best people move in silence. And so that's why I'm gonna name that as my worst song, even though it was a dope track.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I get what you're saying. I didn't think about it like that. But I do see your point. So if you're watching, we were paying attention. We just got different things for your work, but we look, we dissecting it. We might be going a little too far, but
Mm-hmm.
but listen.
Yep.
But at least it gave us enough interest to do so, because you listen to some stuff and you're like, okay, so I just heard the first 10 seconds, I'm gonna put it down. So at least they know that we are actually listening, and we really did enjoy the work. So that's good.
Right.
For me, I didn't have a worst song. I think because each one of his songs for me told a story. So if I could kind of go into it, like the intro, it let the news know what had happened. It told you, it shouted out the news, pulling up to when he got shot. Then the next song to Dead Silence, it kind of told his story of what happened, and then he learned how to walk and stuff like that. And then the next song is like he told a story of, hey, now don't trust your enemies, don't do that. So it kind of each story to me, each song told a story for me. So I couldn't really give out a worst song because each one told a different meaning by its story. I didn't have a worst song to go by.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so let's scratch worst. Okay, let's say your least favorite.
I mean, I don't know because
You didn't know. Now you don't
one.
like all the songs the same. One of them had to have been better than another. Put it that way.
But by me just listening to a tell story, I got on here. It's okay. I like the verse part.
Okay.
Maybe maybe Many Men part 2.
Yep.
And maybe because it didn't have a part 1 to it, and then it was like a payback song. Like, and then when he started talking about wishing death on himself and stuff like that. So maybe I'll go with that one to being the one I least like. Because I don't wish death on nobody, but just listening to Many Men. And then it was a part 2, so I didn't know what a part 1 is to lead up to the part 2. So I guess I'll pick that one.
I thought the exact same thing. So here's what I thought with the part 2. I said, well, maybe there was another project and I wasn't familiar with him, and so he just came back with a part 2. Maybe I just made that assumption. But for me, when I was listening to that sample, it's hard when there's a song that's already been done and that was successful, and then you sample a very noticeable part of that song, right? You got to come all the way with it. Like, you got to make me forget. You got to Luther Vandross it. Did y'all see what I posted? I know that I'm digressing, but do you know that a lot of Luther Vandross's hits were cover songs that he just did from other people? I didn't realize that, but I thought it was his.
Big Luther or Little Luther?
Big Luther.
Okay. Yeah.
So a lot of the songs that he
bad.
did that became big hits were things that he had redone. All right. So how does that translate to rap? Well, we know that, in rap, people recycle hooks and songs or whatever from times past. But I just felt like if you're going to do that, it needs to be the best. That should have been the best song. If you're gonna use, you're gonna use,
well, you right, you already starting off on the curve, right? Because you sampling. So people are already bobbing their head because they already know what they heard before. So you got to come with that action, man, if you're going to come with it and sample something like that. Because Many Men was a hit.
Right. And that's not to say it couldn't have been. I thought it was a bold move. And that's just our opinion. It may actually turn out to be, great for him. But for me, I just was like, oh, that's bold. You really jumped out there on that one, didn't you? So you just have to think about that whenever you're doing projects. If you put someone else on it, they may compare you to them, and that may raise the bar of their expectation for you. Who knows? But if you're willing to take the risk, hey, go for it.
Yep.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Artist comparison. Who did y'all compare him to?
With me, man, I went with and I don't know if this is a name that everybody knows, but the people in the street lyrical circle knows Benny the Butcher.
What is
because
that?
he give you that raw street element. Now I can only compare him to this project right here
Mm-hmm.
because he's talking about straight gutter hood stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So and Benny the Butcher keep it real like that all day. So when I listen to the lyrics and the flow and the delivery of it, that's who I hear, Benny the Butcher.
I didn't have
Mm,
a name of a person so much as I had like a time period. So I was listening, I was like, this sounds like something that would have come out like underground in the early 2000s.
mm,
They don't really rap like this. Well, maybe they do. So let me transparency moment. I'm not exactly the rap connoisseur, right? So I'm not trying to make myself an expert in the area. But it just kind of seemed like something I would have heard from one of those artists then. And that's okay because that's going to sound fresh. It doesn't sound like what everybody else is doing right now. You know, there's a new kind of mumble, not even mumble rap. The sound is different. So that stood out to me. So it sounded kind of old school to me. And I like that. But
Is
I don't
it
have an artist. I
it,
don't have
it
an artist name. I don't know.
it was definitely hard to for me to find somebody that he
mm,
sounds like. But you know what I'm saying? If I had to compare him to somebody, that's what I came up with.
mm. I didn't have anybody. I'm about like Shea Queen. I didn't
Right.
have anybody to really compare him to, but I could see it back in the day, kind of, at least it wasn't that mumble jumble rap that you could understand it, and it was like a life story. You know how
Right.
like what's it like how what was it Slick Rick and them how they used to tell a story.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
it go back to like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's
But
my guy
Slick Rick
right
was
there,
like,
Slick Rick. All
Slick
right.
Rick was like 80s though. I'm talking about like Lord.
Yep, but his music told a story, and that's how his is. It's like it told a
Mm-hmm.
story to it.
Yep.
The pitch of his voice, the higher pitch voice and everything too. I'm just trying to think of who he would have who was doing it like that in like the 90s. Where's he from?
He's
Mm,
from Jamaica's Queen, Jamaica Queens.
mm.
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
Yep.
Well, that didn't help me
What
circle
Yep.
about
him
Ghetto
more.
Boys? Like that's how I see. I don't see them his comparison like theirs, but just the point of them how they used to tell a story, and we can, relate to it and understand their music. That's how I got it.
Yeah. But what I'd like to see is like what's going to be the next project. You know what I'm saying? Because you come out with this life project, so what would be next? That's what I would want to know.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think I
okay.
think the next project should be the come up, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
don't persevere through all of this traumatic situation, put a project together, got through it, you still doing dope work, and then the next one should be the next level.
Okay.
Facts. So what about the features? Who can y'all see him putting on his project or working with?
Well,
And
I'm gonna make a suggestion
are the features on there?
that he features some more vocalists to kind of beef up the tracks. Um, Even if they're not singers, some rappers who do have voices, because it was just an element that was kind of missing on it. You know what I'm saying? If some of them felt a little hollow, and I felt like if he would have had like one or two vocalists on on some of these tracks, it would have taken it from like a 6 to a 10. So that's what I would like to see. I don't necessarily have a name of a person, but whoever he gets with, I think that he would vibe real well with somebody um who is more of like like a R&B artist kind of vibe. That's what I think. Just for me.
Okay.
I get it. I get it. Me personally, man, again, just speaking on this project, because this is the only thing I know about this cat. Uh I hear street, gutter, mentality. We talking about, how people doing you wrong and getting shot, and we talking about money. So I can hear Yo Gotti rocking with
Mm,
him on a collab. You know what I'm saying? I can hear Moneybag Yo rocking with him on a collab.
mm,
I think both of those would be dope for him.
mm. I don't know who I could see him working with, to be honest, because it's just tell his life story, you know? Maybe if I heard some more music, then I can kind of relate.
And
But I
that's
didn't
what make it tough because this is a personal project right here.
yeah. So
That's what make
you
it tough. But I can hear and feel the vibe though.
And that's a good point too, that you made, Matt, is that this body of work is a little bit different than a lot of the stuff that we're hearing on the radio today. Because just being honest, some of these guys are talking about stuff that they've never really done, never really been through. And so it's just a bop to. But this is a work that's about real life. Like, you know what I'm
know.
saying? And
Hmm.
when you put something out like that, kudos to him for like you said before, the vulnerability of being able to do it. But you're also putting it for us to criticize as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah,
So kudos to him as an artist for doing that, because this was a heavy body of work, which I said I would also like to go through the thought process of him even trying to record this. What was that like?
right.
What was the feeling? The producers and the engineers that were in the room, what was the vibe they got? Because I know they were probably exhausted. Like the energy was probably just, you know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
like what?
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
I'm an artist, you know what I mean? So all those things matter to me. So I would have liked to have seen it, or if he could have, I don't know if it was in the budget to document him recording some of these songs, or the studio sessions. I think that would have been really dope too to see. But anyway, that's just me.
yeah. I agree.
I agree with it. I agree with it. The next one is the radio song. Which one would you think would play good on the radio? Be a radio hit.
Okay, I said nothing for you. Well, it was NFYA, but
Yeah,
I'm
that's
assuming that's
why.
what that stands for. Yeah. So it sounded like a song that was mid tempo, that um kind of showed you a little bit of his griminess, but then some of his lighter tempo work. It was kind of in between. So I thought that would be something that would be catchy that people would listen to. It was one of his better hooks, because I was heavy on his hooks. This project, I was like, I don't like the hook. Nope, this one was okay. So that's what I thought. I thought that one would have been a good radio hit. What y'all got?
Mm.
Oh, I'm going right back to the well, man. Champion again, man.
Yeah,
You clean that thing up a little bit. I think that thing will pop.
I agree. I go with Champion. I had Champion down. I think it will pop too if he do a little bit more to it. But I liked it. I like Champion. That was one of my favorite songs, and I think that would be a hit for the radio. I don't know about that NFYA when he started talking about cutting off all his fingers and stuff like that.
Okay, so let me just be honest. I really don't get into the lyrics as much as maybe I probably should, which that's why a lot of people pick on me, because they're surprised at some of the songs that I like. And it's because I only listen to the clean versions of most things. And when I hear the originals, I'm like, okay, I don't like that song anymore. So so I kind of breezed over that. I was just listening to the sound, and I'm big on the beats. If I like the way it sounds, then I'll rock with the song, even if they're talking about foolishness. So that's why I like it. I just like the sound.
I listen to it all. I like to hear what they're talking about, and especially when I knew this was a story of
Uh-huh.
his life and what happened. And then because it come out the intro come out with the news, it's
Right.
like the news come on, it's like, okay, something happened here. Let me hear what he's talking about because that's what made it
That's
interesting and wanted to know the story behind it.
right. And that was a dope element of this project because a lot of times, you see guys they talking about, yeah, I got shot or I shot at somebody. But when you
Mm-hmm.
get the actual news footage of it, that thing come to fruition. It's real life,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a dope element of this project.
Yes.
Mm. Well, what
Okay.
do y'all think he could have did better?
Um, well, like I told you from the vocal standpoint, I think that he just needed to bolster up some better sound, or maybe I don't know. I just thought that the verses were fine, but the hooks are really what sells songs a lot of times, and I just don't think that they were as strong as they needed to be. And of course, there's some other little engineering things that he'll work out once he gets big time, which will speak into existence. I wish him well. So those little nuances will be different, but that was my biggest thing, was just I wanted the quality of the hooks to be stronger for each of the tracks.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I think diversity. This project was really, really personal, and I get it why it was personal. Um, but in order for the masses to love your project, you got to expand that thing, man, so it reaches everybody. And I don't think this project would do that, but I definitely see where the pain was coming from and where he went with it, and here we are with it.
Mm. Could y'all even just imagine being shot 7 times and then just coming and telling your story to the world?
I can't imagine being shot at. So it's no. I have no street cred, but um
It's not fun.
no, I'm sure, but it's real, so I'm not, so shouts out to all the people that are out there surviving this stuff. But
Mhm.
I agree with you, Mac. I think it was an angst. And again, like we said, if it's something that's that personal, when you come out with that and you want to tell that story, I'm not going to say that I really think that that's who he is completely as an artist. I look forward to seeing what the rest of the things that he's going to do. He probably just needed to do this to get it off his
All right.
chest. So in the future, we'll probably be able to see um, other elements, which I certainly hope that happens, because I think that he has a lot of potential.
Right.
And hearing those other features and those other collaborations, I mean, the sky's gonna be the limit. But yeah, it
Oh,
wasn't one lane this time. But I guess it was because it
right.
was an all
Yeah.
encompassing holistic experience of that trauma. So
Absolutely. He had to get that pressure off his chest,
yeah,
and that's
I
what
get it.
he did.
Yeah, I
But
get
you
it.
can tell he definitely talented,
Yes.
and he's gonna branch out with other projects.
Yeah.
Mm. And hey, Mike, I see that you late. We just discussing it, but what did you think about this project? And I'm gonna let you introduce yourself first. Hold on. Go ahead and put you up there. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mike Neely. I'm a 37 plus year vet in the music industry. I started out with Def Jam. I'm currently a music consultant with Universal, um, IMG Entertainment, and a few others. Um, it's an honor to be here and to help educate and form a path for these new artists that are coming out in the direction they want to take.
Okay, all right. So what did you think of, we kind of already went through it. But what did you think about this project that we listened to?
I personally think it's kind of hard because I came in the middle of it, so I really don't have an opinion about it. I don't want to say something and then it's wrong. I always want to lead people in the right direction. I don't want to get them to be misunderstood. So I do apologize for that. I was in another meeting.
Okay, so basically, right now we're just talking about the radio song and the best song that was on the project of the 7 songs.
Yeah, which one did you like the most?
I mean, I think they're all pretty good. Um, it just depends on the mood that you're in when you listen to them. Um, but I think all of them can try a little harder and
Mm-hmm.
give up the record as being more clear, more crisp.
Uh-oh. We think you froze up.
Yeah, think he froze up.
But that goes back to what I was saying also.
And maybe
Yep.
he'll be able to come back
He
to it.
he could have been more clear and crisp on that
Yeah.
video.
Yep. Yep. And also it's just that sound. I wish that I knew what it was, but it just missed. It's almost like a pot of gumbo, and it's just missing that little touch of Tabasco. You know what I mean? That's all. It ain't much. You can't do
Yeah.
too much.
Sometimes, yeah, that make
So-
all the difference in the world, man.
Right. So I don't know if anybody here has had a good gumbo, but yeah, you can mess it up. Sometimes you just need that little something. So I agree with him.
I got y'all. I know he got another song up there with Dave East. That is sounded. I don't know if you met or Shay Queen went and listened to that, or y'all just only listen to the project. But sometimes I go back and listen to his other music.
Mm-hmm.
So that one kind of sounded a little good. If y'all want to check it out, it's with him and Dave East. I can't think of what the song is, but I think one of his newer songs that's out.
How long has he been doing this? Do you know? How long has he been in the industry?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
So
He was on. I just reached back out and asked him, I know we got about 10 to 12 more minutes on here.
Okay.
So yeah, he was doing a little bit before and then got shot in 2015.
Okay.
And then he put this project together after he, after recovery and all that.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, Mike, we lost you. Can you hear me? I think you on mute. You got to unmute yourself. Are you on mute? Can you hear us, Mike?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Did you want to finish what you thought about the project, or you was?
I'm okay. It just, for some reason, it keeps freezing up on my end.
Yeah, it's been kind of weird for all of us tonight.
It keeps telling me to log back in.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe StreamYard is just going through something on there.
I think so, because I was having issues earlier too. But Mike, you were saying that you thought that it was like, you were saying that it needed to be a little bit stronger. Like, were you speaking like the mixes or his voice or what?
I think the mixes need to be a little stronger. His voice is okay, but the mixes need to be strong.
Okay. I was saying when you weren't on here earlier that I felt like the hooks, to me, in a lot of the rap songs, the hook is really what kind of sells it. And I just felt like a lot of the hooks were not as strong as they could have been. And I was making the suggestion that maybe he could have had maybe an R&B artist, whether they were male or female, or some kind of vocals on some of them, not all of them, because you don't want to make them all, like that. But did you think about that too? I mean, did you get that vibe too? Were you?
I mean, I feel that would help it. It's not going to hurt it. It would help it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you add something to a record, depending on the R&B person and their vocals, it can only enhance a record. Because you can put an R&B.
You know
Was I
what? The
again?
devil is so busy. I bind up the spirit that is trying to mess up this time because we came here to talk, and so you will not be successful, StreamYard devil. You will not.
Mm,
Well, we got to
mm.
do our subjects. I was hoping Theo was gonna get on, because I know he said between 8:30, 8:40, and at least get on and say his speech. So we got about 10 more minutes. Anyway,
Yeah, we
I
can
was
hang out for him a little
gonna be
bit.
able to
Well, let me
connect
ask
with
you
it.
all this question then. Let me ask you all this question.
Doris
And this,
say, "Hey, babies."
hey, hey, mama. I do have a question, and maybe this is something that we could spin off and talk about
There you
later.
go. Now,
Hey, bro,
there you go.
what's up?
What's good? What's good?
What's good? But
Hey.
I just wonder with this kind of project, um, what is it that he really wanted everyone to take from it? You know, to step away from the life. You know, those kind of things. I wonder when people put out certain things. What was it that he wanted us to take away from it? Because of
I,
course he knows everyone's going to have their own perception. But when you come out with a song, whether it's a love song or a diss track or whatever, there was an intention behind it and what you wanted people to get. And I just wonder what that was.
right. To me, man, I think it's still that street element, right? And when you get shot, okay, take 50 Cent, for example. You know what I'm saying? That makes you recognize what's going on. Hey man, I took 7 shots and I'm still alive and kicking it and talk about it. Tupac, same deal. You know what I'm saying? So it uplift uh the momentum that you already got in the rap game. And I think that's what he was trying to do here.
Okay.
Plus, plus telling a true story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I just felt unresolved. That's just me.
Hey, y'all mind if your boy jump in here for a quick second?
Yeah, we've been waiting on you.
Yeah, no, first of all, man, apologizes, peace and blessings. I hope everybody's doing well, man. Y'all looking good. Appreciate y'all for holding it down. Appreciate everybody for rocking with us that tuned in, man. Here's my personal take on it, man. This was a mixtape. You know what I mean? And it wasn't the mixtape of somebody trying to come out and go on some pop variety, trying to come out on and go on some something that they can put out and the people can ride with it instantly, kind of be on a radio type of situation. I didn't take that at all. I took this as this was rehab. You know what I mean? Like this was him getting his not just his swagger back, right? Not just getting his mic back, right? You know what I mean? It was him trying to get his life. So I took it on some. This was therapy, man. This was just him putting out his thing, his pain to the world, what he had been through, and sharing his story. And I think a lot of it was dope, man. I was listening to this on the long ride on the way in. But y'all are right on a lot of points, man. He's speaking on his pain, he's speaking on what he went through. He's just speaking on all of that, and he was trying to put it back out. So that's how I took it. Could the mixes have been better? Yeah. Could he have probably had more features on it that would probably put it in a different vein for you? Yeah, you know what I mean. But this, if I had to guess, and I'm sorry that the artist couldn't show up, man. I would have loved to been able to tune in to that part of it and get the interaction, and maybe we can follow back up and get the artist on it at a different date. But um, but I would have loved to have hear how it came about. You know what I mean? Like if I had to guess, you got a gun to my head, like how did he make this record? You know what I mean? It was a lot of solo action. It was a lot of him. It was a lot of, him working through, like I said, his therapy, working through his rehab, working through his getting back to the situation. And this is what came out of it. So I'm not mad at it. Is there a radio joint that I would just put up there? Nah, I don't think it's anything ready for the radio. But I also don't think that was the intention. if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like I don't think he went at the radio play. His vibe was all over the place as far as who I could probably guess some of his influences are. I could guess there's some Tupac in there. I could guess there's some people from that genre just because of
Mm-hmm.
how his vocal tone carries across his tracks.
Yes.
And also the message that's behind it. But when you have an artist that gets developed, there's a lot of A&R work, there's a lot of development work, there's a lot of producers that come in and put their sauce into the gumbo, Shade Queen. And sometimes that's the extra seasoning that you're missing. You probably, and again, just my guess, because I haven't, spoken to him, in any type of depth to pick his brain on it, but I would guess there was a lot of solo work, a lot of his home team involved in this, if not just, one man in a room going through his life trying to get it back together. So shout out to him, man, for just persevering and still being here first and foremost, and then second of all, to still have the passion and drive. But let's make it no mistake about it, the things that you just talked about a second ago, Mac, that street rep from getting shot 7 times, that street rep from going through such pain and such turmoil and trauma, is what a lot of our artists do to get their notoriety. So this was a press release, probably in a couple different ways. He's letting the world know what that pain was, and this is an introduction to it. So if you're not familiar with them, when you start to hear the stuff that bubbles up, as you said, what's next for him, you expect to come up, right? So if he is fortunate enough, and we all rooting for him to get to that point, then when the come up comes, it's that much sweeter when he just has to drop a line in a song, and y'all know what I'm talking about. The Kanye Through the Wire, you know what I mean? The 50 Cents, you know what I mean? Like, just drop a line in the song, and people like, yeah. This is what happened to him. He already has familiarity, he has credibility, he has all those things going for him. So again, I think this was just, this was a real personal project. Of him just going through his pain, going through his rehab, and just getting back out into the world. So I support that brother, man. I look forward to hearing something from him that some more pieces can touch and add to that pot and make it something special. Because you're right, he was like right there on a lot of different things. You can't put always put your finger on it and tell me what exactly it was that was off. You liked the song, you was moving your head, you was grooving to it, but it was just off just a little bit for you. And those professional touches is what makes a lot of the difference.
Okay,
That's-
look at you.
Yeah. Just wrap us up. Yes, but that's exactly how I felt. And like I was saying earlier, I would have liked to have been in the studio or around there, or to see it. What were the conversations that came from it? What was the vibe? What was the aura? Because I know that it was some heaviness and some healing too, though. You know what I mean? So it would have been something really, really nice to see.
Yeah, nah, definitely. I would have loved to pick his brain. So CC, we got to work on getting that brother back on and give him a little bit of a redo, man. Also, the thing is too, I heard y'all mentioning would have loved to have played the music. Definitely with our new format, with what we're trying to go through, we want to be able to bring that artist to the people to be able to hear directly from that artist. But also a benefit is, we might be able to get around some of the copyright stuff because they're giving us their permission just by being here. And certainly they know what's going on and they're involved with it. So we don't never want to sneak and do anything behind their back. I could probably pop up a couple tracks right now. We can listen to it and, form a unfulfilled opinion, as I would say, you know what I mean? Because the artist is not there to tell us what really happened in that situation.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Got you.
Okay.
Yep.
We just went old dark 30 over here. What just happened? Is they
I'm
like
telling
saving
you.
time?
It's been very weird today.
I know it. Somebody else was trying to get on, and they was like, "Hey, wait and let them get on to be on the thing." So I
It's
don't know what's
weird.
going on with StreamYard today.
No, that was my light.
No, that was his
some,
light.
That was some personal problems, man.
Right.
Okay.
In my computer, that's why I'm on my phone now. It's something going on. We'll speak offline.
Yeah.
Poor little tink.
Yeah. It's all great, man. Stuff happens in life. You just gotta, keep moving forward. That's what life is all about. So I don't never let nothing slow me down, man. I'm glad y'all can make it on. Like I said, unfortunately they did not, but you know what I mean? Maybe we'll take another stab at it. And maybe Ghetto Ghost don't like us no more because we already canceled the show on him. So we'll see, man. Give him our apologies.
Yep.
Well. But with that being said, man, I didn't hear because the last probably
Oh,
probably probably 5 or so minutes. Listen, man, I got Casper off in this thing pressing buttons. I don't know what this is.
I told
Uh,
you.
but it's all right, man. I look good in this light too, so I'll take it. But but then we get to the point where we got to the rating on it. I heard we got
Mm-mm.
to comparisons. Y'all
No.
talked a little bit about features. I didn't hear a lot on features, but like I said, I kind of dropped off for a couple minutes, so I don't know if y'all really touched too many on who y'all wanted to hear with them. I personally would be interested, and I can watch the replay. If y'all already covered it, I don't want to waste people time at home. But if y'all didn't, I would like to hear some of the feature names y'all dropped on that because I was kind of racking my brain for some of the stuff when I was going through listening to it.
I didn't have a name, but I just said that I wanted him to have some of the tracks, some type of R&B artist. I didn't know whether male or female for some of the hooks. I just felt like it lacked that because I guess because I'm a singer, but I just wanted to hear. I don't know which one it would have been. I don't know what artist would have been best, but I just would have liked to have heard something vocally. But I didn't think about the whole rap thing because he's got his own pocket. And everybody that I thought of that he sounded like was from, I said, like late 90s, early
Hmm.
2000s, and people
Hmm.
aren't rapping like that now. So, and that's okay. You know what I mean? It's just, but I don't. He doesn't sound like anyone else that I know. But Matt, you had some suggestions of some people that you knew.
Oh, I definitely did. I'm the only one that name dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And it was simply based off of, again, like I said earlier, the street project that he put out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I came up with Yo Gotti.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think that'll be a dope production.
That's a
And
contrast.
right, and I came up with Moneybag Yo
Okay.
that I would pair him up with, man. I think them be some hits, bro.
Who'd you
Yeah.
have, Theo?
Uh, Listen, man. The great Tupac Shakur, as we all know, has a bag as deep as the great Prince. So I'm sure there's some lost verses, some lost songs that weren't completed. So yeah, if I had the budget behind it and I could just touch my finger to it and tell him what to do, I love to hear him on a song with Tupac, man, because like I said, I felt that same kind of energy coming out of him. If I had to put it on somebody newer, I don't know, man. A couple people I could think of off the top of my head have passed, and that's part of our problem, man. In our culture, we be losing
Mm-hmm.
so many icons that's already on the high bar, and so many
Yes.
icons that's right there about to make it. So it's kind of hard. But I will say this in general: if he does wanted to get to that radio status and that radio appeal, probably looking at somebody female on it, look some female R&B vocals, because
Mm-hmm.
that it didn't have an R&B touch to it at all, right? That's why I put
Right.
it in that's why I put it in the mixtape bag. That's why I put it in the personal project bag and not that commercial feel to it, because it wasn't any of that R&B flavor. And we all know you either got to have a banging hook, a lot of respect from the streets to be able to
Mm-hmm.
get it, or you got to be able to put that R&B flavor so everybody can, you crossing the genres with it, even almost to that pop type of feel with it. So I don't know. I think he's wide open, man. I think a lot of different female R&B artists can come in there and do some different things with him. But then that switches the whole hook, and so the whole complexity of the songs changes at that point. So I don't know. I would say I have to kind of hear somebody do the hook well or do the hook bad to be able to say, all right, let me put my finger on it and tell you this person.
Yeah.
He old school, so easily, man, your mind can go to those Ashantis. They can go to the people, around that era. Like anybody who Ja Rule did a song with.
But
You know what I mean?
but
You
Theo,
know
I
what I
was
mean?
thinking he could have been. It could have been a male artist too, though, because
No, no, I'm
to
sure.
counteract the grit. If he wanted to stay in the griminess. I mean, Nate Dogg was killing it. Rest in peace, Nate Dogg. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
he
on
could
some
have
hood
had
flavor.
someone to kind of bring that, or Sleeper Brown. Those hook stars or whatever.
I can see that.
Um,
I can
you
see
know,
that because you're not taking it to the sexy part of singing,
yeah,
right?
you still
You,
staying in the
yeah,
pocket, but you got the voice. That's
yeah.
what I wanted.
You're not looking at any of them cats that was just on verses to be on there.
That would be a negative. No, sir. Not one of them. None of them.
For various reasons.
For
For
various
various
reasons.
reasons.
Fruit included. No.
Listen, man. I don't want to take the show off the rails, but I guess I will for a second. Why did Ray J have his baby up there, man? Why is Ray J? Why is I'm not mad at him for getting this money. Let me clarify that first and foremost up front, right? Like, I think he was part promoter for that production for all of the undercard. I don't know about the main event, but he tied in all them cats, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
And I'm not mad at him for kicking himself in, but that was a little ego, man. If you can't sing your songs anymore, don't get up there and try. Like, every
Okay.
time he got up there, he had to try to put somebody on for a feature. And yeah, he came with some hotness, on his last song. And you know what I mean, it was a little hotness on the other songs, but if you paid attention to it, Ray J didn't even try to sing. He was just running around skipping.
I
And
think
then
he lost his voice or something. I just think
Listen.
probably just partying too much in the green room where he should have left the kid. That's neither here nor there.
Well, he was
But,
arguing. He
No.
was arguing with people the whole time. You lose your voice like that too.
Yeah, you can't lose it
Well,
that quick, man. His
he
voice
I
is
think he
gone.
just was not ready.
He
wasn't ready.
he brought the kid in to try to save him on stage
Yeah.
because
And
you
that did
can't
not work.
boo a baby.
Yep. Y'all ain't gonna throw no tomatoes at babies.
You won't boo the baby. You won't boo the
Right,
baby.
you ain't gonna boo
Hey.
the baby.
Hey, why y'all talking about one wish so more? Everybody just want one wish. That's all y'all talk about. One wish.
No, I didn't even know he had a whole bunch of other songs. I only know one or two songs.
Probably because you can't sing one wish. That's why your feelings a little hurt. And let's give him credit. At the time when he pulled that off, everything had to line up for him, man. Like everything. Because that song is, as you said, CC, the one song by Ray J, because it's the one song that stands out vocally and it sounds good.
Yes.
I forget what he did as his last song when he brought Hitmaker on there. Was that Sexy Can I?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So Sexy Can I had a vibe to it. It wasn't a singing song where he was just holding it down. So Sexy Can I was his best performance. And honestly, besides Sammy getting up there and smashing it, it was probably the best performance of all the undercards, just because of the energy and how it actually sounded. But outside of those two songs, yeah, I'll be hard pressed. Hey mama, love you. She said, Doris Falk said, y'all messy. Listen, man. We already said on our platforms that everybody is judgmental, man. We call it out, and a spade is a spade. So once you get over the fact that everybody has their own judgments and their own personal prejudices, I put an extra 3 S's in it. But once you get past that fact, then you realize people can just be people and talk about stuff honestly with no agendas, man. I ain't got nothing against Ray J. I'm not making a check off him. I'm not losing money off of him. And I honestly wish him the best. But my point was, there was a lot of deflection that he did up there bringing the baby, because y'all ain't gonna throw no tomatoes at the baby. And when it comes down to it, the brother ain't got his voice anymore. That's what it is.
And it's sad. As a singer, I just don't know what I'd do if I just lost my voice. But, we have to take care of our instruments.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, all vocalists and even rappers, you have to take care of your voice.
Yeah,
you really do, because
and
drugs and smoking and all that kind of stuff, it can affect it. Not to say that that's what happened to him. I'm just saying in general. I'm just educating people.
It is.
Just be careful. Well, I'm not saying that, but I'm just telling you, as a vocalist, those things matter.
All right. Well, then just get in the kitchen then, man.
Yeah, and maybe he can get her back. Listen, Shade Queen, why don't you hit him up, man? Give him some of your services. Give him some training. You know what I mean?
That boy needs some help.
Yes, I think that there's still a voice there, but he does. He was on the struggle bus. Mm-hmm. And I was like, something's wrong. Like, his voice is hurt. I don't know if he had strep throat.
Here we go. Can you see him? Ray J, hit us up, man, if you need help.
Listen,
we right here.
I like it.
We will help you.
Hey, man, we hold on. Stand back up.
Mine in a V-neck.
Listen, man, I got problems with this though. Why Shade Queen get all the fancy font for her stuff, man?
She's the fancy one, man.
Listen, man. Man.
So you get the regular CC, get step up. You know, Matt
Wow.
gonna have a little swag with
It's
his
just that sweet southern
sinister down
charm.
there. But yeah, man, check out the round table review table t-shirts, man. I got them on deck, man. Come get them.
No,
listen,
my
man.
font had to be extra because I'm extra. Just go on and say it. That's what you're
Yeah,
trying to say.
you are extra, man.
Hey, listen, for marketing purposes, I got a problem with that. In real life, do what you want.
Hey, man, I got a good goddamn lawyer.
Well, I like it, Matt. I'll keep it plain and simple for me. I like plain and simple.
That is.
Appreciate
That
that,
is.
CC.
But nah,
Yeah,
man, just
I was saying, Brandy even made a comment. She was like, I know you're gonna erase my post. She was talking to Ray J, and she was like, I told you, drink that tea. I told you what to do. Don't stay out late. She put all that down there, and she said, but you didn't want to listen to your sister, so
Yeah. And I'm
Mm.
telling you, his voice was gone, and that does happen. You cannot stay up late. You can't be around smoke. You gotta hydrate. You know, people
Nah,
don't understand the
it's
voices.
more than that, man. I know older singers that can sing better. This dude was chugging gasoline or something. Like I don't know what he was doing, but nah, it ain't. He ain't in the game no more, shot.
He's not taking care of his instrument. That's what that he's not taking care of his instrument.
I believe his instrument didn't make it to the facility with him. Listen, he is no longer Ray J. His name is Lil Ray Ray. All right, call him Lil Ray Ray because Ray J made albums and he's gone. He has left the building, not to return. He called a Uber, and the Uber GPS can't even tell you where he at right now.
But what
He out.
about O'Melon? Y'all talk about
He
Ray
out.
J. Y'all didn't say anything about O'Melon.
Oh, we can get to that, man. Matter of fact, man, anybody who rocks with us on the Roundtable Music Facebook group, our post coming up on Monday is gonna be who won the verses, and we're gonna do the real version. I ain't gonna do him dirty like that, but I went through so many clips listening to him, man. Yeah, you try to give him a pass because he did a lot of dancing. That wasn't it.
No.
That wasn't it.
Mm-mm.
That wasn't
No.
it.
Mm-mm. Now, I
wasn't
will
it.
say this. You could tell in some cases he couldn't hear. But he was still sounding rough. Yeah.
Okay.
But he couldn't hear. I don't think that they could hear very well. It makes me wonder
You-
what their stage setup was.
I will give that. The mics were off on a lot of them, but at the end of the day, man, Mario held it down.
He did.
And Sammy held it down. Bobby V hit a couple notes that I really liked. So you know, what I mean, shout out to the hometown kid, Bobby V. But outside of that, man, it was a lot of black dudes arguing with each other, and I didn't like to see that, man. That wasn't good for the culture. I think they're thinking they're, you know, kind of like we do, right? We have a healthy back and forth arguments on some of our platforms, and while I agree with that in principle, the way that it was actually pulled off,
Yeah.
I think it was a little overkill, man. It seemed a little disrespectful. You can't be talking trash to somebody and then come up and sing the next song with them. You know what I mean? Like that's not genuine.
You know
That
what
ain't genuine.
I thought it was kind of like, Theo, like they were trying to make it like when you have the rap verses, when there's like beef, it was like play beef, like impossible beef. It just didn't work. It was like, are y'all really mad? Are you doing this for likes? It just seemed a little manufactured to me.
I think they were taking it.
You don't have to be tough, guys. You sing and you pop. You're not tough, so just do what you do. Sing
You
and pop.
singing, you what?
Hey,
What
yeah, you pop.
Hey,
You just
go.
pop lock. You
Like,
pop
yeah,
lock and move on.
You don't have to create a narrative that's not there. You know, you bring your baby on stage, like, come on, get out of here.
Hey, does Sammy have a song with the Yin Yang Twins on it?
I don't know.
Does he?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay, so that was actually one of the Yin Yang Twins that killed Sammy and replaced him on stage. Because if you looked at that dude, Sammy is being Sammy, man. He's going all in and living his best life. He don't care what y'all say, man. That beard was thicker than wool, you know what I mean? But he was rocking it. He had, you know what I mean, the dreads hanging down, and then he just got cut off sleeves on y'all. That's all I'm gonna do, man. I'm Sammy. Y'all know that.
Come as you are. Come as you are.
But when that man got on the mic, you can't say nothing bad about him. He held it down. He held it like for all them little cats on the first end. Like I said, Bobby V had a couple strong points on notes, but start to finish, he was the only one that really just held it down out of the young, I guess the young old cats.
Why did
Mhm.
they have so many people for the verses though? It
I
was
don't know. It was
it
like
was
they were
just a
opening acts.
Why?
I was like, what is all this?
Why? Because Ray J was a promoter on it. So there was opportunity to make money.
Well, there you go.
Also, hold on. We got movement. We got late movement, but we got movement. What's going on, Ghetto Ghost?
Oh man, listen,
Hey.
man, listen. Before we get started, right? I'm Puerto Rican. I drink a lot of tequila. I'm at Sunday Fun Day, but I'm tuned in, baby.
All right, all
We
right,
ain't.
all right.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, at least we can ask you a couple of questions because we already.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's my volume or I gotta turn this up somehow. Hold on. Hello.
Yeah, we here.
All right, I got you. I can hear you a little clearer now.
All right. Keep it moving, CC.
Okay.
This your show. Keep going.
Oh well, we could kind of went through some stuff, but we want to ask you some questions so we all can throw it out there. So
Let's
I
go.
guess start off with let's talk about this album. Since you missed it, you could go back and listen to it. But your story.
Okay, okay. So y'all reviewing the YOT 7, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Yep.
Huh?
Yes.
yes.
Okay, yeah. So the reason why I named it YOT 7, it stands for the year of the seven. That was dropped in 2017. Um, I was raised in South Jamaica, Queens, New York, and it was like a God body hood, like Muslims and 5%ers. But I was always a God fearing man as well. So I got a little bit of the game from both sides of the field, the spectrum. You feel me?
Okay.
Okay.
So in 2017, in God body terms, was the year of the seven, basically the year of the gods. Basically, anybody that was down before that, if you put your work in and make that, put your first foot forward that year, that everything would manifest. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I named it that.
Okay.
Hmm.
I did have
Can
a
you hear me?
question though. Yes, I did. Can I ask you a question? This is
Okay, just making
Shay.
sure y'all can hear me because I'm a little low on this end, but I'm walking to the car. I'm 2 seconds from the car. I'm gonna get in the car so I can make sure I hear y'all even clearer.
Okay. But I had
But
a
I'm listening.
question.
Go ahead.
My question for you is what, and we already know that this was a very vulnerable and very personal project, but as the artist who brought this to us and that took that risk, what would you say is the thing that you wanted us to take from it?
If basically you got to know the story first. So what I wanted y'all to take from it was, you know, aspiring artist that just got shot 7 times with a 45 Magnum at point blank range,
Ooh,
and that was a test for me to see if I still was able to do music because I lost like use of my right lung, I lost my right eye, use of my right leg. I got shot in the head twice, in the back, spine. I was paralyzed. I ended up getting out the wheelchair. So basically, that was for me. It wasn't for nobody else because I make music for me. So
got it.
I wanted to see if I was still able to deliver the way I knew I could deliver. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I
by
do wonder,
dropping,
did you have any for in this, I'm just trying to get in my questions because I really want to talk to you so bad. Did you get any clips of you recording, because because this was such a good experience or a healing experience, I would say, for you, where do you have any footage of you, or what was the energy like in the studio when you were doing these songs?
it was a tough process, and in the beginning of it, I didn't really record much because I was still insecure about my look. Because I'm gonna be honest. Before that happened, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm from the hood. I dress nice. I speak well, and I wasn't really feeling myself at that point. You feel me? To be able to record most of it, but I did record a few clips of it. And if you watch Many Men video on YouTube, Many Men Part 2, you'll see me wrapped up in a gurney, you know what I mean? Like in a hospital bed, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So you'll see some raw clips and footage in that video But I do have a couple of other clips that I have, but that's not coming out until my documentary drops.
And I
So
definitely want to see that because you have piqued my interest. Thank you.
no problem. I appreciate you even being interested in speaking with me and listening to my music. So thank you for that.
Go ahead, Matt.
Matt.
Oh, so yeah, man. So you say from Jamaica, Queens, right?
Yes, sir. Baisley Projects, to be exact.
Okay, okay. And what brought y'all to the States?
What, VA?
Yeah.
Okay, so my sister was married to a dude from Brooklyn back in the day, right? And
Mm-hmm.
they moved out here. So as a youth, I would come out here for like summertime, maybe a month or two, sometimes for the whole summer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's what put me on to VA.
Right.
And you know, I'm a straightforward guy. I'm very honest.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't bite my tongue. So I tried to as a youth. I was raised different by a lot of OGs, so it was like I was ahead of my time. So in
Mm-hmm.
my own head, I was trying to figure out why did my sister move 7 hours away from New York? Why? Why?
Right.
Y'all could have lived anywhere else, anywhere else. Okay, cool. So then I got to figure out her boyfriend and who he was, and I start paying attention even more because you know, as a younger person, the adults really don't think that kids might be paying attention too much, but
Mm-hmm.
kids really pay attention, and I
Oh,
was
they
one of them.
do. They do. They
So once
soak
I
it up.
realized what he was doing,
Right.
I said, hold on. As I got a little older, I said, maybe I need to go there. Because one
Mm-hmm.
day I looked under his bed and just seen so much money. I just couldn't figure it out until I figured it out. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
that's 15 years plus, 20 years plus ago. So I'm not worried about no indictments or anybody coming for me, anything. You know, it's my
Right.
learning process. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It
I
is.
seen that. And so that made me look into other things and start paying more attention to him versus my sister. And once I realized what he was doing, I said, there it is. I
Right.
got it.
Bingo.
Everything triples over here. I'm
Yeah.
on it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I said, cool. When I reached my peak at that certain age, where I was already dibbling dabbling in a few things in New York and Baisley and stuff like that, I said, you know what? Like LeBron said, I'm gonna take my talents to South Beach. I said, I'm gonna take my talents to VA. God damn.
Yeah.
You heard me?
Okay. Okay.
You heard me? So that's what I did.
I feel you.
And that's how I
Yeah.
got here. That's how I got put on to here. And that's how I got here. And that's how I started doing my thing back then. Not now. No indictments now.
Right.
Back then. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I got put on.
Yeah. That's what's happening, man.
Hey, let me ask you this, Ghetto Ghost.
Let's get it.
Excuse me. So before you got here, and I hopped on late myself, and so I was just kind of, throwing a whole lot of my opinions in one quick little spitball to get it off. One of the things that I said was, I wanted to talk to you because I wanted to know about the actual making of this project. To me, it sounded like it was a lot of therapy, right? It sounded like rehab work. It sounded like you were, trying to get back out there, get your thing together, and I think some of that you kind of confirmed a little bit, saying make sure you trying to get back out there, get comfortable with yourself or whatnot. So my question was, like actually producing and doing the project. Was this you? Was this a team? How did it come about on the production side?
It's crazy because like I was gonna give it up. You know what I mean? Like I lost like I said, lost my right lung, my right eye, use of my right foot, can't feel nothing. Everything was just different. You know what I'm saying? So like my friends, my true friends, were pushing me to do it. You feel me? Until I got enough courage to say, you know what? It's kind of like the 50 Cent movie though. If you watch Get Rich or Die Trying, when he got shot and he started medicine and he crushed the pills in the sink and he he could it was a struggle for him, you know what I mean, until his supporters really like, yo, look man, the sound, I can hear the pain, bro. I can hear the pain. You need to do this. Feel me? So I'm like, all right. So it was my friends, you know what I'm saying? And then it was on top of that, it was me proving to myself, you know, if I could really do this still, if I still have the energy or the windpipe power to push out that energy. And I couldn't hear it at first until people kept telling me, bro, I hear the pain, I hear the pain, I hear the pain, I hear the pain. Look, I'm crazy. Let me stop paying attention over there. Look, yeah, I hear the pain. So I'm like, maybe this could work. And I kept remembering the 50 movie and all that. Like, okay, cool. The pain is there. I hear it. I hear what people are talking about. So with my friends and with trying to prove myself wrong, that's what I mean, trying to prove myself right or wrong, that's what pushed me.
Hmm. But when you actually got into the production work, who worked on this with you?
Oh man, you wouldn't even believe. All right. uh Super Said Beats. Super
Okay.
Said. That Super Said produced a bunch of things for Meek Mill, feel me?
Hmm.
And a bunch of other artists. No, not Super Said. That's Super Said is from Atlanta. Um I forgot this. I forgot that one producer name, but cool. But anyway, I got M16 on the album. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He did I Do for Jeezy and Jay-Z, Duffel Bag Boys. He did a bunch of stuff. And the reason why I'm naming a lot of people from Atlanta is because I lived in Atlanta for 8 years. After I found out that I could really do this,
Okay.
I said, you know what? My people in Atlanta was like, yo, come to Atlanta. All the resources is here. We can put your shit together the right way. All right. You proved to yourself that you could do this already. Like, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? So they caught wind of what I was doing in my story and they all contributed. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like M16, uh Jada Great. And I want to say Jada Great because he's like I don't want to say a protege because I take anything from him, you feel me? But
Hmm.
it was a kid that I was dealing with. I was dealing with his sister. And when I went to California, I heard this kid rap. He engineers, he produces, he sings. I said, man, you're amazing, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're amazing. He produced many men. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Man, I'm gonna have to shout out Glenn, Mr. Make It Happen. He's from Detroit, but he lives in Atlanta. But he worked for Convict Music. He had a whole bunch of producers under him at the time. He loved what I was doing. He contributed as well. Who else? Who else? Who else? Champion is produced by M16 again. M16 loved me, loved the story, loved my energy, and just worked with me. Didn't charge me thousands of dollars for no beats. Gave me the beats. Said, I believe in you. Let's do this. He's still a friend to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who else? I'm trying to go down the track list. It's been so long. I'm trying to remember the track list. Don't Trust. Don't Trust was produced by
Okay,
one
we
of Meek's
got
Mills.
we got
Huh?
Dead Silence, Don't Trust, Many Men, NFYA on everything and
Okay, let me
Champion.
shout out Rothschild. He produced Nothing For You. I met him in Atlanta. You know what I
Okay.
mean? We end up mixing the record and getting it mastered at mixing in California. I went out to meet him there from Atlanta. Went out there, met him. We re-recorded the record, got it done with him there. You know what I'm saying? Because he gave me the beats at first, let me flip through them, and when I was ready to record it, we flew out to California and recorded the record there
Mm.
with his people. So yeah, as far as I can remember that so much, but you pretty much get it.
Okay.
I had some heavy hitters a part of the situation. You know what I mean?
Okay. So it
All right.
sounds like, man, they were, investing in you, but it also sounds like they were trying to purposefully help you, on your road to recovery. And
Facts.
that's dope when people can show up for you in that type of way, man, especially when they got names like you dropping off. So that's rare, man. Everybody don't show up for dudes that's not a household name. So respect to them for even coming to the table with that with you.
Facts. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So now with that being said, man, obviously this came out a little while ago. Like what and then, after it came out, you probably, had your buzz or whatever you wanted to do with it to get it out there. And then COVID happened. So it's been a little stretch. Like what's the follow up? What can people expect coming from you next?
Somebody might have called in.
I don't know. Think we might have
Yeah,
lost it for a second. We can see you, Ghost, but we can't hear you. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh-oh.
somebody,
Hey.
somebody call in, it kicks off the voice, and it probably went really low, but he coming back in now.
Yeah, let's take a couple comments. I'll pull them up. Dora said, "Your truth. May angels continue to protect you." So, Marduk saying, "May your angels continue to protect you, Ghost." And BSD
Blessing.
Lucci, through the sign up. So we wave you over here with that. But yeah, no, I was asking the question like, what's the follow up? Mac said earlier he felt your pain that came through it. That's your resolve, right? That's you putting it together to prove that you can do it. And once the story comes out and we all hear it, and it's, you know, it's heartbreaking, it's tear jerking, it's whatever that makes us feel some emotion to it. Next thing we want to see out of the artist is the come up, man. So what you got mixed in the pot going forward?
All right, let me rewind for a second if y'all don't mind, right?
Go ahead, take us on the
I
timeline.
was formerly Johnny Cash, Freestyle Friday champion, retired champion,
Okay.
toured with Nas, Hip Hop is Dead tour, did MTV2 Fight Club, all of that good stuff before I got shot. You feel me?
Okay. Okay.
Because I was already on my way. You know what I mean? I had DJ Les. He put me on a Freestyle Friday. He put me on that front line. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that was all. I ain't gonna get too deep, but that was all prior to the shooting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as of right now, if you check the catalog, man, if you want to talk VA, I got records with Breeze Barker. I got records with Young Crazy and BEO Smook. Drip Addiction. That's called Drip Addiction. Young Crazy, BEO Smook featuring them. That's over 100,000 on YouTube. Uh, Me and Breeze Barker got the Get Back. That's a video record all over platform, everything. I've worked with all the pretty much the top artists in the city. Um, Videos, but also I'm an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? So I got a sandwich shop open. I own the clothing stores in the Military Circle Mall. I've owned stuff in the outlets in Norfolk. Now I'm opening up a sandwich shop called Smash 'em VA. So I'm
Mm.
bringing the chopped cheeses and all that good New York style deli bodega stuff to the city. You feel me?
Okay.
Because I'm not a dummy. You know what I mean? I'm not one of these rappers per se. You feel what I'm saying? Like this
Yeah.
shit takes, sorry if I'm cursing and I'm not supposed to, but it takes hundreds of thousands of dollars to do. And these kids
Yep.
don't understand that. You feel me? So
Yep.
what I'm doing is my whole life is a 101 on what y'all should be doing. You feel me? If I open up a tangible business that's bringing me X amount of dollars a month, I'll be able to push whatever I want to push. Feel what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's all about being smart. Music is music. It's a hit or miss. You feel me?
Yeah.
As much as I love it,
Mhm.
it's a hit or miss. But I got kids to take care of. I got family to take care of, a wife to take care of. You know what I'm saying? She's sitting right here with me. You know what I'm saying? She thugging it out with me. That's my manager. You feel me?
Yeah.
I got people to take care of. You feel me? I
Yeah.
got, I got, I'm in debt with God. I'm in debt with my mother. I'm in debt with my brothers, my sisters, my friends that I put through this tragic situation, almost tragic situation. Feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not just thinking music, but when it come to production and it come for, I'm telling you, anybody you could think of, I got production from. Like it don't even from LES to M16 to whoever you want to call. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm heavy with that, but I'm at a time in my life where it's like, all right, I figured it out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be more of an entrepreneur and also push my music as well. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like I said, I got an album coming out. I want y'all to be clear on this. It's called Baisley to Billboard. You feel
Okay.
me? I'm from Baisley Projects, and my record with Dave East was number 39 on the charts. You feel me? It's
Mm-hmm.
called El Barrio. You know what I mean? Man, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's from Baisley to Billboard, meaning I come from the projects of South Jamaica, Queens, and I actually made it on the Billboard, bro. Like I actually hit number 39. You feel me?
Yeah.
I was on billboards across the city as well, all up and down the east and west coast. When you're driving down the highway, you see El Barrio, me, Dave East, everything. And that was
Yeah.
produced by Demencio Keys. Demencio Keys produced Pink's whole album back in the day. He done a
Mm.
bunch of other stuff, but I know major people from just being around and networking. Like I want to, if anybody out there listening, any artist, your network equal your net worth. And I know
Mm.
everybody knows that. Y'all know that, but these young kids got to know that. You got to
Yeah.
get out there. All that tough guy shit and all that. That shit is corny. You'll never go nowhere with that shit because $1 million nigga will leave you right on the corner. You heard? With that extra energy you bringing, they ain't with that. Nobody with money want to deal with a knucklehead. Feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you
And if they
gotta
do, they're gonna keep you on a short leash. So
right. A short leash for what? Let's be honest, bro. How many millionaires or how many dudes with money that you around or you seen somebody act crazy around and they probably never seen that person again? They
yeah.
got too much to lose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all out here shooting shit. Y'all out here, and I'm gonna say this to say because I'm just straightforward. I'm out
Yeah.
on bond right now.
Go
7 o'clock
ahead.
curfew. Can't leave the state of VA. Ask me why. Because these young dumb knuckleheads shooting into a parking lot at Vibes. I got PTSD. I've been shot 7 times, bro. You
Yeah.
can't throw no shots this way. Because what I'm gonna
Mm.
do? Fend for my life. They
Yeah.
plastered my face on the news like I was some hardcore criminal. Now I'm a businessman. And I was doing vibes and bringing artists in and letting them have a light, giving them a platform. You feel me? And ask anybody in the city. I do showcases and everything. I done brung Chris Gotti out here. He done signed 12 plus artists to distribution deals to Adventure Music. I done brung M16 out here. Mike Rooney, that's Corey Rooney's nephew. He the one that discovered J. Cole. You feel me? Like, these are my friends. And I'm bringing them to the city to help y'all change y'all situations and get off that knucklehead time. Feel me?
Yeah.
Because you'll never be able to grow if you still keep that energy that you got with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man.
Yeah. But
thank you for being a voice of reason too, though. You know what I mean?
That's all I want to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I helped my brother write a book, The Bullet That Saved My Life. Go check it out right now. TheBulletThatSavedMyLife.com. He was shot at 14. Then he had to go through what I went through with me. And while he's in the wheelchair for the rest of his life. And see his little brother go through it. So we got books. I got merchandise. Ghetto Ghost logo on t-shirts, sweaters, and everything. Hats and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm for real with this thing, man. When I believe in something, I'm going to go all the way with it. All the way.
I'm so glad you were able to come.
Man, I
I'm
wasn't
so
going to
glad
let
I was able
CC
to hear
down.
that.
You crazy? She was on my bumper. I'm going to send you this link. At 9 o'clock, you better tune in. I got you. It's all good. I got you. I love it, though, because she about her business. And she, like you said, she took a liking to it. She know what it is. She did her research, and it's real, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't trying to be no tough guy, no big gangster and all that. I've been there, done that. That's corny. I want to enlighten the youth and help them grow. And try to change their path. Feel me? So you don't got to go through what I went through thinking that you're supposed to be this to be this.
Right.
Now let me
Hey,
stop.
man.
I'm gonna be a preacher when I get a little bit older. Chill.
Hey, man,
I'm gonna be a preacher. I'm gonna own a chain of churches and all that. You know what I'm saying?
hey, we all need to hit the word, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
God is great, man.
But yeah, BSD Lucha is laughing at CC being on your bumper.
Facts. She don't play no games. She about that business.
But I do want to tell you that my favorite song off of the project, because I know you missed us going over your review, was Champion. Champion was my favorite song off of there.
I beat
I
the
love what
game.
you
I'm a
did with it.
champion. I beat the game. I'm a champion.
Champion was dope,
I
bro.
beat the
That's my
game.
favorite track as well, man.
I beat the game.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. That
Stay
shit was
Queen was
dope.
different. Stay
And that's
Queen
produced
said,
by
"It is not."
M16. Shout out to M16 Beats, man. Platinum
Yeah,
producer, man. Believed in me when nobody believed in me. When I was recovering, when I ain't have nothing, no resources, no phone to reach out to people that I did know. I end up reaching out to him through a friend, and he just like, don't worry about it. I got you. So big shout out to M16.
That's dope.
my favorite one was Dead Silence, but I do have a question. I
Mhm.
noticed on this particular album you didn't have a lot of like singer, or you didn't have any singers or anything on your hooks or whatever.
Nope.
So would you ever think about doing any collaborations with any R&B artists, or is
Man,
it straight up?
when you hear Baisley the Billboard, you're gonna be like, man, this dude is the truth, bro.
Okay, gotcha.
You didn't hear the R&B things because it's like I had to get that bitterness and unsatisfactory out of me. Like, how can I go melodic right now when it's nothing but pain inside of me? At least let me get this out and then move on.
Got it.
Yeah.
I got a single called Mood Ring. If you look on my page, I performed at the Juneteenth festival on the Strip. They love it. It's a Caribbean type of vibe. I'm singing the hook myself.
Okay.
Then I got another joint, that the second single behind that, which is Ghost on Me by Ghost. My man, his name is Mello, but I forgot what he called himself. He called himself some funny. So he took an old person's name. Teddy, no, he didn't take that. Anyway, he's singing on the track and he produced it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Talking about a chick like, you up and went ghost on me. Ghost on me. Soon as I liked you, you wanna go ghost. But it's more to that, but it's fire. Fire. So I'm tapping into that side of things with the women and getting them more involved. But I'm just taking my time. I'm not rushing the process. I'm trusting the process. You did.
Look, I ain't rushing you. I'm just
not you. I'm just saying for the people, like, because people are asking, what's up? And I keep trying to teach them. I'm not rushing the process. I'm trusting the process.
Gotcha.
I like that. I like that.
I got one more question for you though. Why did you switch the name from Johnny to
There we
Ghetto
go.
Coach?
Johnny Cash, Freestyle Friday champion and all that, right? Because Johnny Cash was moving too fast. And if anybody was really paying attention, Johnny Cash was AKA Jaguar Cash. I used to buy Jaguars. I love Jaguars. You heard? I love
Mhm.
speed. You feel me? Because that defined my life at that time. You feel me? But
Mm.
guess what? Guess where the name Ghetto Ghost came from, which I don't know. I played in Rucker Park and all that. I got that from Booby Smooth and Hannibal from Rucker Park. Going at
Mm.
Bone Collector, Baron Davis, all that. I was nice with that rock. I'll send y'all a link on YouTube right now to prove it. You feel me? But I was
Hey,
nice with that rock. My
send
shoulders
that
start
out.
popping out.
Send
My
that out.
shoulders start popping out in high school. So I ain't have smart enough parents. And I love my mother, but she was on welfare, came straight from Puerto Rico. She ain't understand. My father was in jail doing damn near life for murder. You feel me? So it's like it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't
Yeah.
even want to go that yeah. I'll
Yeah.
leave it there. But yeah, Ghetto Ghost came from Rucker Park. So I went back to my original name. Anybody
Okay.
that knows my history, if you know, you know. That was my first name. And I went back to that name because I lost my eye. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, come on, like Ghetto Ghost. Like, they like, oh man. And the way I move defines it all. You know what I'm saying? I move
Feel
like a
that.
ghost.
I feel you, bro.
Okay. Well,
I
I
like
definitely
that.
want to say prayers to you.
Right? I need them
And
all. I need them all. We
journey.
live in a devilish world. I need them all. And then
Yeah.
I'm trying to take the front line to change the game and change sense of direction for some of these young dudes. So I need all the prayers I can get. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Because ain't nobody
definitely.
brave enough. And that's why I say I'm going to be a pastor when I get of the age, because it's like these pastors that I see now, and I've been a part of some churches and went through some different places, yet they don't really reach into the crevices and creases where the help is really needed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You feel me? But I still
Yep.
got the lingo, and I can identify certain things with these young people. Feel me? So I'm gonna be the one to go in the crevices and creases and pull some out. You feel me? And
Yep.
make some change. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's all.
So you gonna be the next Kurt Franklin?
Nah, because they, as you can tell, I'm a ratchet Puerto Rican from New York. Feel me?
Okay, all
I
right.
do
I was
things
just
differently.
checking.
I hit
I
him
was
where it
just
hurts.
checking, bro. I was just saying where you was going, but
Yeah, but he wear tight jeans and button ups. I ain't with that. You see me? I'm Giza shirt on, Balenciagas on my feet, Cartiers on my face, still Hugh blowed out, pinkies busting. But it is what it is.
all right.
That's why I'm
I
your
feel
favorite
it.
Migo. Your
I
favorite
feel
Migo.
it.
Hashtag your favorite Migo.
Your
I don't want to be
favorite
the
nigga.
best. I just want to be your favorite. That's it.
There it
That's
is.
it.
All right. I can dig it.
There it is. There it is. Hey, real quick, Ghost, direct the people to something. You know what I mean? Your website, social media, something
Man,
you
go to
want
my
to check on
Instagram,
DSPs.
DA Ghetto Ghost. DA Ghetto Ghost, no spaces, no underscores, no nothing, all one word. The Ghetto Ghost, not the Ghetto Ghost. The DA Ghetto Ghost. You could type in Ghetto Ghost or The Ghetto Ghost on any platform, and you'll see a whole catalog come up. Same thing on YouTube. You can type in The Ghetto Ghost or Ghetto Space Ghost, and nothing but videos and catalogs will come up. Just it. Google me. That's all. I know it sounds like cliche because everybody like Google me. You ain't put no work in, but you could Google me though, and it'll pop up and it'll show you I'm your favorite Migo. You feel me?
There it is. Hey
All
man,
right.
ain't nothing wrong with that at all, man. Everybody is famous in their own little world, but some of us, we actually live on Google like that. So good stuff, good stuff. But outside of that, man, when's the documentary dropping? And you said the new album's coming too. Like, you got any tentative dates on it? Just to give them a little teaser.
I'm first. Let me promote my business. Smash and VA opening up August 1st, 2022. Babe,
Okay.
somebody about to hit my car. Yeah, August 2022. August 1st, 2022. Just making sure. Just, I got you. I'm gonna get out, holler. I'm on an interview right now. All right. Yeah. So sorry y'all. Yeah, 8/1/2022. That's August 1st, 2022. I opened up my sandwich shop. And I'm aiming for 9/10/2022 on my birthday for the album. Feel me?
Okay. Okay.
And I'm aiming to drop the documentary at the same time because I want to bundle it up and give, because people don't give people nothing no more music. They just give you whatever and it just be whatever. Feel me? I'm trying to give you
Right.
that old school feel back in the 10, 15 years ago when they used to give you 20 songs and a whole video and, you know what I'm saying, a whole documentary. I want to bring that back. So I'm gonna
Okay.
package it up, bundle it up. So when you get the album, you get the documentary too. You feel me?
That's what's
So
up,
let's
man.
aim for 9/10/2022.
Good stuff, man. We hope you make that date, man. Especially if you're trying to bring us a little something extra, man. Ain't nothing wrong with getting the meal plus a drink ticket. You know what I mean? So
Oh
we'll
yeah.
definitely take it.
Facts. I appreciate y'all for the time though and the interest, man. Thank you.
No problem.
Good
It's my
stuff. Good
pleasure.
stuff.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate you.
No problem.
Yeah, man.
Love y'all. Y'all be good, man.
All
Follow me.
right.
Everybody
You
follow
All
me
right.
too.
that's listening.
Be
Tune
safe.
in, man. It's your favorite Migo.
There it is. Be safe,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
All right.
All
Bye.
right.
Salute.
Hey, let's take a couple quick questions before we wrap this thing up, man. BSD Lucci said he definitely gonna tap in with Ghost.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Sounds like a good dude to tap in with. And
Yeah,
Doris Fall says I like him. He's real as real gets.
I think so too.
Yeah, man. He kept it 101. He kept it 101. So I ain't never
Absolutely.
mad at that. I'm surprised at some of the names that he dropped on that. You know what I mean? But that shows you that brother has some reach to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, not saying I'm surprised like they wouldn't put their name on it. I'm just,
No, I
that
know what you
you
mean.
don't hear a whole lot about people kind of reaching back. And not saying he was a charity case, but obviously they caught him at a time for people to come to your aid at the time when you most need it. That's when
Right.
people are the realest, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And unfortunately, that's the time that most of our people turn our back on us and run the other way and think you ain't got nothing to add to me, so why pour into you?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad to see that that wasn't the case, and that probably tells you, man, that is a real brother for people to have love for him like that, because it's easy to just turn your back. So good
Yep.
stuff, man. I'm celebrating to his successes. You know what I mean? Like I'll drink one to the new album, to the documentary, to whatever he got going on, and just wish that brother the best, man. I hope he keeps on that escalator moving straight up.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yep.
So, with that being said, man, it's 9:45. We have severely violated y'all time this evening, man. We severely violated, but hopefully you learned something, or excuse me, you enjoyed yourself this evening. You got a couple different looks at it, man. You had the three-headed monster sitting there by itself. You got Ghetto. You had a special appearance by an industry expert. You had Ghetto Ghost himself come and wrap us up and kind of give us the real with what happened. And then, of course, you had your boy just pop in and make a little stop by, like I like to do sometimes. You know what I mean? So I had a good time, and hopefully y'all did as well, man. So with that being said, let's kick it to let's just do some closing arguments today. Let's get a final thought. Shade Queen, wrap us up with your closing thoughts.
Well, just so y'all know, I already have gone on Google and looked at my what did he say about his amigo, my favorite amigo?
Yeah,
I actually see him, so I'm gonna be looking him up, and I'm glad I got to hear from him about all the things that I was thinking, like what was he thinking, or what was it like? Was this healing? And to actually hear his take on it made a world of difference. So he has a fan, so I'm gonna definitely be checking him out. So it's cool.
there it is, man. We do our music reviews a little bit different. We're just not gonna play a million artists, one song at X amount of dollars a piece, and then maybe let the artist text in or do something like that. We're actually trying to, for this particular platform on Sundays, man. We want to sit down. We want to go in depth, man. We want to go the long way with the artists. We want to know, why they tick, how it came out like that, and who put the ingredients in the pot. So definitely, man, you're right on point. I'm glad he got a chance to come on and at least give us a little bit of insight to, who he is more than just an artist. Matt, go ahead and round us out with that closer.
Yeah, man. Listen, bruh. This is definitely I love when you get that real feel, right? That 100%. That brother ain't hold nothing back. He giving you that whole spiel. And I appreciate this project, man. I understand this is a real situation. It's a real it's it's real, man. I don't know how to any other way to put it, man.
Right.
This thing was so real that it's good to hear from the person that experienced it, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I appreciate that, man.
Good stuff, man. Listen, it was so real. He ran Mac's words out, man. That's real.
It
That's
is
real.
so real.
And that ain't easy to do.
That's not
Yeah,
an
it
easy
ain't.
thing to
It
do.
ain't, man. Listen,
Like
that brother was blessed with the gift
I,
of gab like an old Alabama pimp.
Yes, he was. Yes.
I
Anyway,
Yes.
see, where you going, CC? All right, we just lost Air CC. The plane is going down. So, with that being said, we give about 5 good more seconds. I think that's enough. So let me, yeah, Let me highlight myself for the win. So anyway, man, your boy was late, but your boy is never wrong. I put the right people in position so that they can come to you and still keep the train moving, man. And that's what we all about over here at Roundtable Music. If you haven't realized, man, what our model booth does, what Where It Begins magazine does, where let me pull CC back up. I don't want her to feel left
Okay.
out. Come on, man. You got too many windows in the party. But nah, sound like I'm gonna back up. Go ahead, CC. Give him your thing.
What I'm doing, the closure or just.
Yes.
Well, definitely thanks to everybody for tuning in today. I know it was kind of long, but we appreciate y'all. Thanks Ghetto Ghost for getting on with us and kind of sharing your story. Like I said, I think he's a real cool person, and prayers to him and for his journey and for him to keep going, you know. Some people don't get that opportunity, but also y'all make sure y'all tune in with us on Wednesday for music trivia, Thursday for our music podcast. And yeah, this has been another dope night. I appreciate everybody on the panel today. It was really cool. It was really cool.
No, man, it's good stuff. Good stuff as always. So real quick, let's take a couple of comments and then we'll definitely get out, man. BSD Lucci said, y'all dope. I'll be back for sure. Hey, man, appreciate you, man. You dope for rocking with us and also following the instructions, man. You went in StreamYard, gave them your permission, so we can shout you out, man. So if you know BSD Lucci, definitely tell them we said appreciate it outside of this because reinforcement is always the best. Also, Ramir Banks said, is it over? Hey Banks, yeah, it's over. It's over. We
Gotta go back and watch the rerun.
yeah, we slowly walking to the parking lot right now. So with that being said, uh rewind and go back and listen to everything I said before CC interrupted me. And it was all real, man. I love everybody that's involved with this, man. We're all about love. We're all about appreciation. We're all about betterment, man. We're all about trying to uplift our fellow people in some shape, form, or fashion. But more importantly than all of that, we all about keeping it real, man. So I think you got a lot of real insight into how we felt about the music. And then you got the real from the artist himself when he came on and dropped those jewels on us to let us know exactly what was going on. So with that being said, that brings to close another edition of the Roundtable Music live panel show. Again, catch us Sundays at 8 p.m. If you got time, man, catch us live on Wednesday. If not, you definitely don't want to miss the recap of the of our music trivia night show, which kicks off at 8 p.m. And then also catch us on Thursday for the podcast, man. The podcast is crazy. The topics that we're talking about is crazy, man. You gotta tune in. We're always talking about something real. So, but with that being said, man, appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Peace and blessings to everybody out there, man. I hope y'all have a safe night. And this closes out a great weekend. And y'all wake up aggressive and hungry to conquer next week, man, because that's definitely what we're going to do. But till then, we'll talk to you. Peace.